Hello, and welcome to this short tutorial on how to schedule meeting rooms at Starfish Family Services using Microsoft Outlook. At Starfish Family Services, you are able to schedule meeting rooms using both Microsoft Outlook and the Office 365 portal. For this tutorial, we will be using Microsoft Outlook. So if you open Microsoft Outlook, as I have now, and go to the calendar view, one thing to point out is that you may be using Microsoft Outlook 2010, and it will look slightly different from my Outlook, but for the purposes of this tutorial, that will not matter. So to be able to schedule meeting rooms, we need to open the calendars of those meeting rooms. To do so, we go up to Open Calendar, then choose From Room List. And in my case, I'm going to choose all of the Hively conference rooms, including the Hively Gym. So you choose all the rooms. You can do that by holding down the Control button and then clicking on each of the rooms, and then click the Rooms button, then click OK. Now all the rooms have been added to a subfolder called Rooms. This is created for you. And you can see if I switch to the day view that we have each of the rooms in here. And now we need to schedule our meeting. Now, if I wanted to schedule the meeting, I need to invite the rooms as I would invite any other person to the meeting. I can do this in one of several ways, but one way I cannot do it is I do not click on the conference rooms. And you see when I do, I get a permissions error. But instead, I'll book my rooms by clicking on my own calendar. The long way to do this is to click in your meeting space, whatever time you'd like, go to Scheduling Assistant, type in the names of your calendars, and then they'll appear. But you have to know the name of the calendar. So if I were to just type in Conference Room A, which is what Hively Conference Room A is referred to quite often, you will notice that nothing shows up in the scheduling view. And that is because it doesn't know who Conference Room A is. So instead of having to try and remember what these names are or get them wrong, there is an easier way to do it. If you go up to New Meeting and choose New Meeting with All, while having all of the conference rooms that you would like to have a choice from checked, you will get Scheduling Assistant pulled up, and it will have each of the conference rooms listed here. It'll also have them in the locations as well. Now, obviously, we're not going to use these all for our meeting, but at least now we can go into Scheduling Assistant and see what is available for what times. Now, I want to schedule this meeting for, let's go to Friday. And I'm going to try and schedule my meeting at 9 a.m. And we can see right away that Hively Gym is not available. Now I'm also going to invite a couple people just so it'll look the same as what you're used to. So we look in here and it looks like Heather's not available. So we're going to move this meeting to 8 a.m. And that gives us some more options. Now I know I don't want to meet in the gym. So now I have the choice of conference rooms C or B. I think I'll go for conference room B, so I can uncheck C, uncheck A. And now I have myself, conference room B, Leon and Heather, all invited to a meeting on Friday, March 27th. And if I go back to my appointment, you'll notice that now it's just Hively Conference Room B. Hively Conference Room B has to be invited to the appointment. My subject is going to be test meeting. And then I click send. And if we go over to March 27th, we will see that test meeting has been scheduled. And soon, right now, Hively Conference Room B has test meeting set up. And so we're all set to go. Our room is booked. Some rooms have what's called a booking delegate. A booking delegate is a person who will decide whether you are able to have your meeting at that room or not. They basically approve it. At Michigan Avenue, both Carolyn and Dawn are the ones that will approve the meetings there. At Woodson, Toya will be the person approving there. And at Dearborn Atrium, Teresa and Carlene will be the persons that will be approving your meetings there. So how does this work? So the first thing we need to do is we need to open the calendar for one of these locations, as we've done in the past. So let's open up some of the Dearborn Atrium rooms. Now those rooms go by the name of TB5 for Thrive by 5. So I'm going to open up both the Thrive by 5 conference room and the Thrive by 5 training room. I click OK, they're added down here. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck my Hively rooms. So now I'm going to schedule my meeting. And if you remember correctly, we go up here to New Meeting, choose New Meeting with All. And we have the Thrive by 5 conference room and the Thrive by 5 training room. So we can go into Scheduling Assistant to see what's available. And Friday is a busy day, but I wasn't planning on having my meeting on Friday. I'm looking for Monday. And we're going to go ahead and schedule this at 9 a.m. It looks like it's wide open. So that's good. And I'll add Leon Bailey and Heather Hunt. Both are available. Excellent. So I think I'm going to go ahead and have this in the conference room. I don't really need the training room. That's a large space. And if I go back to appointment, conference room is here. And I click send. Now this is where the difference is for how meetings are scheduled, because when you have a delegate at a space that has to approve your meeting, you will receive an email. And in this email, it will tell you that your room has been tentatively scheduled and it is awaiting approval. And you see here, it says your request was received and is pending approval. Teresa and Carlene will receive emails that look like meeting requests for them to join a meeting, except it says accept, decline, as you would usually see. But it also has a tentative and a propose another time. Now, where this would be important is if you had two meetings back to back, let's say, a 10 a.m. meeting or to 11 a.m. and then you have an 11 a.m. to noon. The 10 to 11 meeting doesn't have enough time to clean up. Let's say they had food and they don't have enough time to clean up their food, then the 11 a.m. meeting can't start right away. Teresa and Carlene would know this, and so they would propose a different time for you, perhaps 11:30 to 12:30. So that's where that comes in and why that is important for these spaces. I hope this tutorial has been informative for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us via the help desk, and have a great day.